Shalom. I want to give out praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles of great mercy and well. Peace and blessing to the brothers that produce with and sincerity and truth. Right? And their brother Howard and brother Father, James Trinidad, right? We just come to the edification on Psalms 148 and verse 14. You know, we emphasize the word even. You know, because sometimes when we bounce up the word even in the scripture, you might get a little twisted with the understanding. You know, so without further ado, we're going to take it and, you know, to the spirit breakdown.
Alright. This is Psalms 148 verse 14. It says, He also exalted the horn of his people, and the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel, a people near unto him. Praise ye Yahweh.
Right, so when somebody read that and they say even unto the children of Israel, they will say, well, they see they including Israel. Right? So basically everybody and also Israel. Right? But when you look up the word even, it really is an emphasis on what it was saying. Right? Because when you look at the word even, it says used to emphasize something surprising or extreme, right? So they were speaking about the saints.
Sure.
And we know when you read in Psalms 50 and 5, it's talk about the saints who bring it up.
This is Psalms 50 verse 5. It says, Gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice.
Right. The saints made a covenant with him by sacrifice, which is the chain of Israel. Right? So we know this speaking about the chain of Israel. But the even was emphasizing strongly on Israel. Right? Right, when you look at the word emphasize, when you say emphasize, it says given special importance or value to something in speaking or writing. Right? So it was emphasizing, which was speaking prior about the saints. Right? The saints are the elect. Right? This is the book of it. This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 5. It says, Behold, I taught you statutes and judgment, even as Yahweh, the Moses speaking, even as Yahweh, my power commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whether ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes, and say, surely this great nation is wise and understanding people. For what nation, you go back in the Psalm, right? For what nation is there so great, who had God so nigh unto them, as Yahweh our power is in all things that we call upon for him. Right? They could
Yeah,
we read the Psalm like this.
Alright, this is Psalms 148, verse 14. He also exalted the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel, a people near unto him.
A people near unto him. And here we say in verse 7, it says, For what nation is so great, who had power so nigh unto them? Right? For Yahweh power is in all the things that we call upon him. Right? It says, and nation is there so great, had statutes, judgment, and righteousness, as all the laws which he set before this day. So you know, hey, it says a people near unto him. Right? That's speaking about Israel. Right? It is speaking about basically no other people. It is speaking about no other people, but it's speaking about Israel. Right? You give me 2 Samuel 7 and 23. Right? So you have to understand what the word even mean when they hear a pastor say even Israel. You know, some people might get twisted with it included Israel also, but the other nations is within that. But not Israel and Israel only. Right?
I could bring something.
Yeah, you could bring things.
Alright, this is Genesis 6 verse 17. It says, and behold, I, even I. You understand? Think about that. I, even I. Right? The Most High ain't talking about he and somebody else.
Done.
It's basically he does refer to himself twice within the scripture here. I, even I. You understand? So yeah, as the brother say, you have to think upon, you know, the scriptures and see what it really means.
That is why his name is the Most High. It's not above him.
And
Right.
that is why it says that the Most High, the wisdom of the Most High surpasses all things. You understand? Because for the Most High to talk like that is wisdom the Most High using. You understand? Because the Most High wisdom confound base men on the earth.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah,
We went to the 2nd Samuel.
2 Samuel 7 and 23.
Alright, this is 2 Samuel 7 verse 23. It says, and what one nation in the earth is like thy people,
What one nation on the earth is like unto thy people,
even like Israel.
even like it. Read it.
Alright, 2 Samuel 7 verse 23. And what one nation in the earth is like thy people. Right? So basically he referring to Israel there. Reading on, it says, even like Israel.
Even like Israel. So when somebody read that, come into the camera a little more. When someone read that, they will think, hey, these other people included.
Yeah.
Because I remember that would bring up this video. I remember I was watching I was watching it on work. Right? A guy came up to the camp and that Psalms 148 came out. And he said, see, even Israel, right? And he get caught with that. And if he get caught with that, other people could get caught with that too. Thinking that, hey, the Lord included Israel and these other nations.
And that is just to show that these people do break down the scriptures precept upon precept, line upon line, upon line upon line.
Right.
Here a little and there a little. Because he just read one scripture and he go on clear with that. Right? But it shows you that in other different scriptures it breaks it down for you. You understand? That is why the scripture say precept upon precept, line upon line. Here a little, there a little.
Right? July Numbers 20 and 29.
Bring it up there.
Bring it. One next one.
Numbers
Now, this video ain't gonna be long. We just say basically a straight to the point video.
Come.
You know?
20 and 29, right?
Yeah.
Alright. This is Numbers 20 verse 29. It says,
Yeah.
and when all the congregation saw that Aaron was dead, they mourned for Aaron 30 days, even all the house of Israel.
So I'm making it sound like what? I'm speaking about what? I'm speaking about other nation, even Israel.
Come.
You know? But the emphasizing is an emphasis. Right? Speaking about what? The children of Israel, because even when they go into the law, into Leviticus, beginning what the Lord has told Moses, speak unto the children of Israel or the house of Israel.
Come.
Right? They say speak unto the house of Israel.
Come.
You know? Right? Speak unto the house of Israel. So it's just basically is an emphasis which is stressing on Israel.
Come.
right? It's stressing on Israel. This is the book Genesis chapter 16. Genesis chapter 6 and verse. Right, in Genesis chapter 6 and verse 17. It says, and behold, I, even I, do bring a flood of water upon the earth to destroy all flesh. So who that, when you say I, even I, what that's speaking about? That's that the Lord referring to himself. Right? The emphasizing. Right? I, even I. So when you say even Israel, Salakia, speaking about the nation of Israel only. Can? Right? You bring the numbers already?
Yeah.
Let's bring one more scripture, the book of Joshua 1 and 6. 1 and 2. Right? So yeah, you gotta understand. When you look at the word emphasis, it says to lay stress on a word or phrase when speaking. Right? So the stressing on the Lord's people then. They're making it known, they're making it clear as the Lord's people is speaking about.
That's right.
Bring it.
This is Joshua 1 verse 2. It says, Moses my servant is dead. Now therefore arise, go over this Jordan, thou and all this people, unto the land which I do give to them, even to the children of Israel.
Right? So who the Lord did read that over again? One more time, Baba.
Joshua 1 verse 2. Moses my servant is dead. Now therefore arise, go over this Jordan, thou and all this people, even thou and all this people, unto the land which I do give them, even to the children of Israel.
Right, and it's speaking about who? Israel.
And if I may say, when the Most High gave the commandment to go over to Jordan, to march around the walls or wherever, if I
Jericho?
not Jericho, but Salakia, but when the Lord gave this commandment, right, to go over to Jordan, he didn't talk about no other nation like the Moabites or the Ammonites. He gave that command to Israel. You understand? So it's say now, right? It's say, and all these people on